Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Depends on wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to another amazing episode of Amdo podcast titled Is Learning to Code Still Worth It in 2026? I'll be your host for today, and my name is Chika. The reason for this topic is because as a consultant, I usually get a lot of questions like, oh, is learning to code still worth it in 2026, considering the fact that AI is taking over, considering the fact that AI can actually type code in few seconds. Do you think it's a good career path for me to go into? Do you think it's a good career path for me to go into in 2026? So that's why we're actually here today to answer those questions. So welcome once again if you're just joining us for the first time on today's amazing episode of Amdo podcast. So before we dive into the real matter of the day, I would like to introduce Amdoranalytics for those who are just joining us for the first time. I know a couple of us, most of us already know who Amdo is, what we'll do over here at Amdo. But for the sake of those that are joining us for the very first time, I'll be running through a very brief introduction about what we do at Amdoranalytics. Amdoranalytics is an edtech company committed to empowering individuals with the skills and knowledge needed to excel in today's tech-driven world. Our mission is very simple over here. Our mission is to provide high-quality technology education that helps learners thrive and make informed decisions. So we offer trainings on cybersecurity, business analytics, data analytics, AI engineering, data engineering, HR analytics, project management, and data science. So if you're considering taking a tech skill in 2026, this is a great opportunity to join us at Amdoranalytics. And of course, we are actually running a 90% discount offer across all our trainings, right? So regardless of whatever course you want to take, be it our business analytics, data analytics, HR engineering, HR analytics, AI engineering, whatever course I thought out of the 8 programs we actually have over here at Amdo, you are actually going to be taking advantage of the 90% discount offer. We all know March is the Women's Month, right? It's actually the Women's Month. It's dedicated for women. So what way is it at all of us over here at Amdo to celebrate women rather than giving them the opportunity to transition into the tech ecosystem without breaking the bank? So if you actually want to transition into the tech ecosystem, or you're actually in the tech ecosystem, you actually want to, upgrade your skills in the tech ecosystem, this is your opportunity for you. So you don't need to pay millions, you don't need to break the bank before you can learn a tech skill in 2026. And of course, this discount offer has been on for like a few weeks back, right? And it will be closing on the 27th of March. So if you're interested to take any tech skill, if you're actually interested to transition into the tech ecosystem in 2026, this is your opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity, because with this opportunity, you have you get different benefits, the CV upgrade, LinkedIn optimization, all these benefits you'll be getting with very low amounts, right? So our training starts from 100K to 150. The cheapest you'll get is 100,000 naira for now, because of the training we're currently running on, because of the discount we're currently running on. So you get data analytics, HR analytics, business analytics, data science for 100,000 naira, while cybersecurity and AI engineering for 150,000 naira. So this is the opportunity. This is a sign to register with us at Amdoranalytics today. So before we move into the real matter for the day, I have an amazing guest with me. My guest is no other person than Temi Oluwa Olukitibi. I hope I didn't murder your name, right? Temi Oluwa Olukitibi. So let's meet Temi Oluwa. So before I pass the mic to him, I would like to, briefly introduce Temi Oluwa. Temi Oluwa is a high-impact product leader and executive dedicated to building the future of digital ecosystem. So with me today, Temi Oluwa and myself, we will be going on this journey titled Is Learning to Code Still Worth It in 2026? So Temiloluwa, let's have you introduce yourself in few seconds before we dive into the real matter for the day. Thank you.
Hello. Uh, Good afternoon. It's good to have me here with you. Such an amazing experience I believe that we're going to have together. So, okay. So I'll just give a brief introduction about myself. So, um, I'm a product leader and I'm dedicated to, my name is Tim Lolowa, and I'm dedicated to building the future of digital ecosystem, right? So, I focus more on business strategy and technical innovation too as well, right? So that's what we call the blue ocean strategy, right? So I believe every product leader should have this in mind when building a product team for an organization. So we're not just focusing on the technology innovation, we're also focusing on value innovation too as well, right? So value innovation, it reduces competitors, um, and it increases more opportunities out there, right? So focusing on that, I've been able to navigate the complex aspect of product development. So building a solution now is market validated, right? And it's scalable too as well, right? So that's what I focus on as a chief, as a product man, a product leader. Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Well done, Temi Oluwa. That's a great one. Well done and welcome once again. It's actually a honor to have you join us on today's episode of Amdo's podcast. So, should we get into the matter of the day? Right. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
If you're ready, say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's get into it. So, question number one, if AI can write code in seconds, should people still spend months learning to code?
Okay. Um. Yeah, I would say yes. Right. In fact, absolutely. Okay. AI can write code fine. Yes. But you need to also understand software. Right. That's why we call it software engineering. Okay. You need to understand
Okay.
software, how software works. Yeah. Although there's a new title that I've been able to come up with, which we call product engineering. Okay, so it's no longer just software engineering. Okay, it's product engineering. Now, why I talk about that? Of course, I'm going to still on board to that as we progress. So, but let me just address the question before me now. Okay, so think of coding as a calculator, right? Your AI as a calculator. I mean, now it can help you do the math, right? But you need to be a mathematician to know which equation you want to solve. Um, so you don't necessarily need to be a coder per se, like I'm a coder. No, no. You just need to be an architect, knowing what structures my code going to have, right? What systems am I using, right? So if you want to learn coding, you can learn logic design, system design, and how to debug code too as well, right? Because AI gives a lot of hallucination, not necessarily all the time, but in some cases, right, you can have hallucinations from AI. So you need to know the fundamentals of code, to be able to, sail your boat wherever you want to using AI, build anything you want to do using AI. You just need to know those fundamentals, in order to have a structure or system that is being built. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Temiolua. Right, that's a good one. So Temiolua said, just see AI as a calculator and see yourself as a mathematician. So basically, what he's saying is that it's still worth it. You can, if you have passion to code, if you have passion on towing into the coding part of tech, he's saying that you can actually do that rather than discouraging yourself by saying, "Oh, AI is taking over. AI is already, and typing code in seconds. So what's the need?" Some people are already scared that AI will take up their job. No, see AI like your calculator, while you see yourself as a mathematician. And of course, as a mathematician, you actually have the right, you actually have more, I would say you actually have more power than AI, right? Whatever you tell AI is what AI will do for you. If you're telling your calculator 2 plus 2, it's going to give you 4, right? Because you typed the calculator 2.2 plus 2. So whatever you typed in your calculator determines the results you're getting. So whatever code, whatever thing you want to generate in AI determines whatever result it's going to give to you. Right. Thank you so much, Temiolua. So the second question is coding becoming the new basic skill? Is coding becoming the new basic skill everyone should know, or will it soon become unnecessary because of AI? You think coding will still be unnecessary because of the way AI, AI is taking over? Everyone is saying AI is taking over jobs, AI. But do you think coding, it will get to a point and coding will still be necessary? Do you think?
Okay, so I would say knowing how to code, it's not really about the syntax, the code syntax itself. It's about your problem solving thinking, right? As a coder, you must be a problem solver, right? So it's not about knowing what to type, but that problem solving skill that you have, right? So um, you need to know, okay, just like if you want to write an email, right? You need to know how to write an email for you to send the email. Getting the basic elements of the email, it's quite easy, right? The content of the email, I mean, it's easy, but um, knowing how to compose that email is very important, right? So you need to know how to structure your logic. For example, you are using an AI agent now. How do I structure my logic for this AI agent to understand what I'm about to achieve, right? So the barrier to entry now, as a coder, it's not complex anymore. It's quite easy. You can begin to code today, right? With the use of AI, right? But to the extent to which you have to know code has increased, right? So you can't just begin on a basic level, because when you start writing code with those AI agents, you see some complex code that you're going to have to want to break down, and you're like, okay. So you need to look for more knowledge as to that logic design, system thinking, system design, So um to answer the questions, is coding becoming the new basic, or will it be unnecessary? It's not unnecessary, but you need to just know the logic behind it. That's all.
Thank you so much. And you also said about solving skills, right? The importance of problem solving skills cannot be overemphasized, regardless of whatever industry, whatever career path you're taking. Problem solving skills is one of those core skills everybody, anyone who wants to scale through in their career needs. You need the problem solving skills, regardless of if you want to become a data analyst, a business analyst, AI engineer, a cybersecurity expert, whatever path at all. The importance of problem solving skills cannot be overemphasized, right? Because what is tech? Tech is all about solving problems. Organizations, employers want to be sure that you can actually solve their problems. You can solve their organization problem. So if they're employing you, regardless of whatever post, whatever position role you are being employed in, right? You have to make sure you know problem solving skills. And over here at Amdoranalytics, we don't just teach technical skills. we teach soft skills as well. And problem solving skills is one of those skills you actually learn from us during the course of the training. Thank you so much, Timiolua, for that. That's a very good one. So, to the third question of the day. If you had to start a tech career today in 2026, like if you have the opportunity to start a tech career now, would you choose software development? Okay, rather than saying would you choose software development, what career path do you think you would choose, and tell us why?
Okay. So I think earlier I mentioned something about product engineering, right?
Yeah.
So this is where it comes in, right? So you can go for product engineering, right? Not necessarily software development any longer because it's way beyond software development now. Okay. So product engineering, right? So like I earlier said, you focus, don't focus more on the syntax, what to write and all that. Like, right, you don't need to focus on the numbers that is appearing on the screen and all that, right? Just focus on being a problem solver, right?
Mhm.
Now, truth is, when it comes to software development, it's not just about writing lines of code and all that. No, it's about using AI now, okay, to build solutions, right, at a very fast speed, right?
Hmm.
So it's a wonderful time, honestly, with the AI revolution. It's a wonderful time to build, good systems, right? Systems that can, work solve a lot of problems for people, right? So you don't need to probably now start from scratch and be like, oh, what I need to learn this, I need to learn that. No, think of what problem can you solve, right? You have AI already there for you. Okay, you just need to know the logic behind it. Okay, the logic behind the code. Okay, what system am I using? What system design am I using for this solution? And then bringing the pieces together, you will build a very, very impactful solution, like value driven solution that when your customer base looks at the product, they're like, wow, this is impressive. So yeah, that's my answer to the question. Thank you.
Thank you for that. You actually mentioned, you said something about think of what problem can you solve, right? That's what tech is all about. So if you're listening to this now and you're still confused, right, you really need clarity, you don't know what career path to take, I would actually advise you think of what problem you can solve. If you're somebody who like numbers, you can solve, you like statistics, you can actually turn data, raw data into insight, you can solve organizations problem by using data, then data analytics is for you. If you're someone who can solve business problems, right, you can actually analyze business problems by just looking at the problems, you're a problem solver, then you should go for business analysis, right? There are a lot. So I would ask you this question, right? So between business analysis, data analytics, AI engineering, data engineering, project management, and data science, if you are to choose within a career right now, okay, somebody is saying, I'm sponsoring you to, take a tech training within these courses I actually mentioned. Which one do you think would be a very good fit for you and why?
Who you jinx?
I think it's
Hello,
his, yeah. Can you still hear
hello.
me? Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
All right, that's
Mm,
okay. So I
okay.
said between cybersecurity, business analytics, data analytics, AI engineering, data engineering, project management, and data science. Which one do you think you can actually, which career path among this I mentioned do you think you can actually go and why? You can actually take and why? Which of these problems do you think, which of this career path do you think you can actually solve their problems and why? You just have to choose one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, well, there are a lot, you have put me with a lot of choices actually.
So you
So
have just one, your time
what?
starts now. You have just one choice to make. Yeah.
Okay. So well, you can't do data without you can't do AI without data, I would say. So the need for data engineering too is also very important, right? Yeah, data analytics, knowing how to interpret data, to, and transform into beautiful insight. So the need
Yeah.
for data is not something that can be it can be just sidetracked.
Yeah.
Is an important asset, I would say. For example, take for example, okay, just allow me to give this instance. So there's a new project, right? That Dubai. I think you know what's happening at Qatar, right?
Yeah.
So the war between Iran and Qatar. So um, because as a result of this, they instead of building their futuristic city, they decided to now the new project plan now is to build a very large data center as a result of that, right? So in a place where they are replacing a futuristic city with an AI data, you should already know that obviously that is the future, right?
Yeah.
So I think anything that has to do with data, please go for it. Yeah, I
Yes,
think
I get that. Do you just heard what I'm sure we all heard what my guest said, right? The need for having data analytics skill cannot be overemphasized. Is needed across all industry. Like this skill, I can't I just don't want to go into that, right? But the need of having data analytics skill is not cannot be overemphasized. Is needed across all industry. In the medical field, it's needed. In the tech field, is needed. Startup is needed. FMCG, fast moving consumer goods is needed. Manufacturing is needed. Like data analysts are everywhere. They are needed everywhere across all sectors, across all companies, across all organizations. So if you are still confused, you don't know what to do, data analytics is one of those skills, one of those in-demand skills you need to have in 2026. Regardless if you already have business analytics, AI engineering, you still need the skill, data analytics skill to succeed in your career. Right. So the fourth question today, are we entering a future where developers work with AI or a future where AI replaces developers?
okay. So we are entering an era of I call it the era of orchestration.
Okay.
So the reason why I call it the era of orchestration is this, right? So um AI it replaces task. It replaces
Okay.
human people, right? So we have seen a lot of companies where instead of you know using humans to do tasks, they use AI instead, right?
Mm,
So a lot of systems have been automated. So instead of a manual operation, right? So now, if AI does the repetitive tasks, that's the boring part of your job. That's what we call it, right? It doesn't just replace the person now, right?
okay.
So we are it's like a shift, right? From where one developer can do, right? Um, what five people can do on a team now, one single developer can do it, right?
Mhm.
So the developers now that will be that means was replaced now are the ones that refuse to actually use AI. Yeah.
Mm,
So if you are a developer, you need to embrace AI, right? Because AI is talented,
mm,
it is confident. You will be talented, you'll be confident too as well. The moment you start to use AI too as your co-partner when writing your code. So embrace AI, okay? Work with it, right? Build wonderful systems with it. Like I'm sure you'll be working at a very, very high speed, okay? And you'll be more productive too as well when working with AI. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So if you're watching me right now, if you're watching us right now and you're a developer, embrace AI, learn AI. If you want to learn AI, come to Amdoranalytics, take advantage of this 90% discount offer we're currently having, right? Learn AI. AI is one of those skills that is needed in 2026. Thank you for that. So the fifth question, what would you tell someone who wants to learn coding today, but is afraid AI will make the skill useless? I think you've actually answered part of it, but I think right now I needed to, go a little bit more deeper.
Yes. Thank you for that question. So now the demand for software now, it's very obvious, right?
Hmm.
Because everyone wants to work with less humans and more software systems,
Hmm.
right? So when we make coding easier now, um, with AI now, software is in more demand, right? So AI hasn't made coding useless. Trust me, it has only made it more powerful, right?
Oh,
So if you learn to code today, you are not just learning a programming language. You are
mhm.
learning how to command a powerful tool, right?
Yeah,
So because AI is obviously is very powerful, right?
very.
But the power lies in the person that handles that system, right? You can't wield much power as to the knowledge that you have about how to operate that system. It's just like me holding a sword now, right?
Yeah.
I may not know how that sword can, help me in a lot of battles until I go into the battle itself and use the sword. That's why we always emphasize on problem solving skill. Look
Yeah.
at AI as your weapon, okay, to solve that problem. So it's your partner that you can't do without, right?
Hmm.
So don't fear any AI tool. Don't look at it as something that's made your coding useless. No, it has made your coding powerful, right? So master how to use that AI tool, and you become the best at anything. Trust me.
Wow, thank you so much for that. So rather than being scared, rather than being afraid, master that AI skills. Upgrade your AI skills. If you actually have an AI skills, but you feel like, oh, it's not good enough, this is your chance, this is your opportunity to get that skill upgrade. If you don't have any skills on AI at all, this is also your chance to take that skill. Upgrade your AI skills, sharpen your AI skills, master your AI skills, rather than sitting there and scared, sitting there afraid, saying, oh, AI will take over my job, AI will make my job useless. No, make AI your partner. My guest said you should make AI your partner. Hold AI like a sword, just like you're going to school, right? You're carrying your school bag. In your school bag, you have your writing materials, you have your textbook. That is how AI should be. AI should be your partner. Hug AI. Make sure you make the most out of AI. Thank you so very much. And the last question before we leave. So, what advice do you have to give out to those who actually want to transition into tech, who wants to come into the tech career, tech ecosystem, but then they are confused, they are scared. In the tech industry, there's a lot of background noise, there's a lot of noise. Those ones who, some people are saying, oh, yeah, and some people are saying, oh, tech is oil money, there's money in tech. Some are saying there's no money in tech. Some are saying, oh, the only time you get money in tech is if you're working for an international brand, this and that. So those things, those noise are actually limiting people. It's actually making people who are interested getting laid back. So what advice do you have for those who really want to take up this, who really want to be on this journey with you because you're already in the journey, those who you feel like, who you would call like those who look up to you like mentors. So what do you have to advise them as a mentor? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
All right, thank you for that. So this is 2026, right?
Okay. Oh, sorry, he'll be back shortly. I guess he's having a glitch in his network. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay. So this is 2026, right? Focus on your problem solving, right? Sorry, focus on your problem solving skill, right? So let me just backdate a little bit. Now, when people started to learn how to code, they have to know how to, put a semicolon here, So AI already handles that, right? So like I said earlier, learn system design, learn product thinking, okay? Ask yourself, what problem am I actually solving? Okay. So the thing is, once you understand the why behind the problem and the how to solve the problem, then you can use AI.
Please give us few minutes, few seconds rather, he'll be back.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry for that. So learning the how and the why, right? Then you now use AI to execute that, right? So learn how to write your prompt, learn how to debug an AI generated code, right? So you treat AI as a junior developer, right? You are the senior developer. Your AI is your junior developer that you are managing. Now, okay, you did not write this well. Okay, write it well, right? So then build your portfolio, right? So don't just learn. You have to also practice. Build an app. Build an app that is functional, okay, that solves a real world problem. Even though it's a small problem, but it has to be a real world problem, right? So document the process of solving that problem. Show how you use AI to solve that problem, right? Then learn other skills like product management, data literacy too as well. Then you need soft skills. This 2026, please. You need soft skills. You need to learn communication. You need to learn empathy. You need to learn leadership too as well. Okay, because AI cannot lead a team for you, right?
Yeah.
AI cannot negotiate a conflict that is happening with different stakeholders on a particular project. So those are skills that you need to learn, right, to be able to lead a team, okay, or to even interact with your clients, your board members, your C-level executives, and all, right? So lastly, I'll leave this with this: be adaptable. Okay. The use today, the tools that you are using today, right? It might and that
Yeah.
tool can surpass it tomorrow, right? So learn to be adaptable. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Take your technical skills, your soft skills very importantly in 2026. Thank you so very much. If you have been with us from the beginning now to this point, thank you so much, Temi Niolua. It's such an amazing section. Thank you so much for being impactful. Thank you so much once again. Thank you to everyone. So if you're still interested in joining us, if you're still interested in taking advantage of Amdoranalytics 90% Women in Tech Scholarship training ongoing, you have the opportunity from now to 27th of this month to learn that tech skill that will give you a career upgrade in 2026. So thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you, Temini Olua. Thank you. See you in our next one. Bye.